Yo, I'm Brains. Welcome to the update number 3. Y'all thought this was going to be fun and games or something. A nice little relaxing PowerPoint montage where I show you one by one the horrors that were birthed out of my mind. What do you take me for? A boring-ass egomaniac? Well, you're right. I am a boring-ass egomaniac. But also, I've taken my look at video games update, especially my own, and I find them wholly inadequate. That means bad, in case your brain doesn't function well. So instead, we're going to do stuff my way, and you're going to attempt to use this rotting brain of yours to keep your attention on what I'll be screaming at you for the next 8 minutes. As difficult as that'll be for you to do. Got it? Good. At least I know you'll attempt to stay focused on something for more than 3 seconds. For once. First thing first, let's talk past tense. Last month, I went ahead and released an update on what I did last time, which were 2 backgrounds plus 1 music. Didn't have time to pour into making another goddamn video after it, so I just bathed with text and cringy-ass memes. These ones. But since I put as much trust into you as I would into the big bad so sad accusation of Umber something, which is barely above how much trust I place in myself, we're going to go back to what the fuck I did at that moment. Think fast. This time I drew this pile of garbage, which is where a certain jerk of a character is going to land as soon as you launch the game. It might look like nothing, because it kind of is, but it's still the first background I tried to make, which at least looks like something. And by something, I mean a 10 by 6 meters tall fucking cell where they lock up as bags that could rip a house in half using their own pin, if they had one. While, on the other hand, there is this eldritch abomination. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, but Brains, what is this magnificent piece of artwork you pumped out last month? And the answer to that would of course be, why didn't you ask last month when I showcased it to you? And also that's a secret. Because I'm not about to ruin your whole experience with the game by telling you what exactly you are staying at. Yet. Just be sure to pack your remains in the given box once you get the answer. By the by, you might have realized by now that you've also been listening to the final version of the Monster Lords theme. Unless you're fucking deaf. In which case I'd have to wonder why in the flying fuck you're still listening to this update. How'd you even get in here, by the way? But that aside, the theme for the Monster Lord is finished. Yeah, you'll even be able to go listen to it on SoundCloud or on the GameJot page by using the link in the description. If you still have the few brain cells required in order to perform said action. Which isn't entirely certain as of right now. But, regardless of that, I'm very certain that the only thing you even care about in this whole ordeal is Ophelia's finished nudes. Ain't I right? What's the world coming into? Well, here you go, I guess. You better be typing, and I quote, "You are the most beautifully talented French person I have ever had the chance to meet in the entirety of my meaningless life," in the comment section right now, because I sure as hell deserve as much. Oh no, actually, I deserve far more than just that. But this take was one hell of a
blow
to make, thanks to the fact that I had to both learn and fucking draw at the same time in order to get anywhere close to that result. It was as painful as it was beautiful to be a part of. Yeah, it was a really painful experience. But at least she looks cool now, which she better be, since she's the fucking mine Antanopodocadony snake-tyrant-king-thingy. Unlike that second guy who's about to feel what it means to land in a place where the first person you meet is a 2 meter fucking tall snake lady thingy. Oh hi there, you living failure. By the way, did you take time to like and subscribe? No, because if everyone is going to beg for likes like it's a fucking cocaine addiction, I sure as hell am going to do so as well. For no other reason but to spite you into doing it. There's legit no point to any of it, I just feel like being as annoying as possible. We all know this channel is doomed into oblivion anyway. Kinda like this guy's existence. So, this dude right there is the main guy of the game. Thing is, in the new version of the game, you'll have to be a bitch at the start. Cause he's not just your average isekai assbag who pops up in a new world and adapted it like 2 days or something. Nah. Which is why he's going to turn into a similar organic compound like you most certainly are, which is known as a bitch boy. This is the new lwen. Say hi. If you actually said hi when I asked you to, then there is nothing I can do for you anymore. Anyway, lwen will now, as such, start as a scaredy cat, not only because of the fact that the average Joe around Nekoria is on average around 3 meters tall and very angry, as I already stated before, but also due to the fact that lwen in this new iteration has no memories whatsoever of what or who he was before falling here, save for his own name, of course. Only I can manage to forget my own name after all. This, added to having terrifying nightmares where he sees people getting turned into spaghetti nightmare fuel, means that he has to be an absolute bitch boy at the start. For good reasons. Down the line, he'll evolve into his final form, which is the one of a cynical, down-to-earth, realistic piece of garbage that no longer really be able to take anything seriously anymore. Kind of like my sex life. But that'll of course be down the line and based on your own choices, cause people tend to change as time goes on and stuff. You'd expect that much from a so-called choose-your-own-adventure game thing, after all. You still there? You better be. I sure as hell don't have enough closets to go around with people living in the middle of the update after all. Anyway, the next crap that I'm going to have to deal with now, since you never get enough of that sweet, beautiful backbreaking labor I'm forcing upon myself, is going to be the start of the Unity side of things. Curb your enthusiasm, cause that's only half of a good new. Cause with now all the pictures I needed done or conceptualized, I legitimately only have the finished lwen sketch to do. And then there's only the game left to assemble. And you might be thinking to yourself, that's a good thing, right? And you'd be right. Pat yourself on the back, you did something right for once. The big problem now is simply that I know nothing when it comes to coding, save for the crap that I learned on the website. That means I do not know how long it would take to actually finish up the prologue and then release it for you to play it. All I know is that I plan to get the game prologue out by late June to late July, which will require both coding and the finished lwen sprite. Which is what I'll break my neck doing over the course of the next month, meaning the next update should hopefully be the prologue release 1. And that's about that, you pile of filth. Did you like this format? If you did, you are a fucking weirdo. Welcome to the club.